Hi there, back with another video. Hope you're really enjoying Halloween and getting lots of scary movies watched. Thought I'd do another horror anthology review, and we'll do the sequel to the first one I did last week, Creepshow. This time Creepshow 2. This came out in 1987, and it's a direct sequel to the first one. Again, written by Stephen King and directed by George Romero. It's a second collaboration with these two, and it's some more horror anthology stories in the style of a 50s comic book, and we'll do a review and we'll see if it's as good as the first one and if it holds up to the same esteem as the first one. So without further ado, let's have a look and review Creepshow 2. Released in 1987 as the sequel to 1982 hit, this one starts off in Derry, Maine. Now you might recognise the town from a lot of the Stephen King movies. Billy is waiting for his comic, with it moving into the cartoon style, showing the pages of the stories that are going to be in the movie. Tom Savini plays the live action creep, and there is music performed by Rick Wakeman in this. Different from the first film, this time the creep introduces each story. So the first story is Old Chief Woodenhead. This is a ghost story of a botched robbery. A struggling store in a secluded town is given treasure by the Native American community to pay off some of the debt owed to him. The store is then robbed by Benjamin's nephew and his two friends. The store owner's wife is accidentally shot, and then the owner's killed as well. The robbers steal the treasure, not knowing the old Chief Woodhead statue was watching and comes to life to get revenge. This is a good start to the stories. George Kennedy's performance is great, and the killing's done in a really cool way, as you just see the silhouette of the chief, and the last killing's done some great irony, as you'll see at the end of the film. Overall, really solid start to the movie. So the second story is The Raft. This is a typical style 80s horror with a group of high school kids going to the lake. But there isn't a man with a mask and a machete this time. There's something terrifying in the water. And this terrifying thing dissolves your skin and flesh, and it does look agony. There's a sense of forbidden doom leading up to this, and it's a really horrific fate for everyone involved. The effects are absolutely amazing in this, and it genuinely looks so painful once the slime gets hold of you. Really terrifying concept and a really good story, this one. I think this is definitely my favourite story of the entire film. It's like very Stephen King-esque, leaves you quite empty inside after the film, after the story ends. And the effects are absolutely terrifying, really realistic. Tom Savini did an amazing job with this one, and if I was in that situation it would be absolutely terrifying. It did make me not want to go into a lake for a little while after watching it. And yeah, so this is definitely my favourite one of all of them. So the third and final story is a lady on her way home from a rendezvous who doesn't realise time and is rushing back home and accidentally hits a hitchhiker and panics and does a hit and run. Again, this is quite a Stephen King-esque story, and the person she hit is either dead or undead and is haunting her all the way home. It's really creepy, and the special effects on this are really good, and the more and more she tries to kill him, like the more gory and suspenseful it gets until all the way home and he finally gets his revenge. But again, it's another Stephen King style story. You can imagine reading this, and with this one as well, I think reading it would be more intense than actually watching it, but it does come across quite well on the screen, and it's a really enjoyable story to watch. I quite enjoyed this one, but genuinely scary as well, I think. This one as well, it's definitely got the Stephen King trademark all over it, with the person with having a troubled home life and it manifests into a scary story as well. I think that's basically Stephen King all over, but an amazing story. I think it's been done a few times previously. Before I watched this film, I think it might have been done on a comedy show. I think The Simpsons might have done it, but they've done everything, so it might be done that. I'm not too sure. But yeah, really good anyway. And again, the effects done by Tom Savini were just spot on. Really interesting about the epilogue as well. It's got, when you see the van driving down that road, you might recognise it from the original Dawn of the Dead, because it's the exact location where, at the beginning, where they're going hunting zombies. It was filmed in that place. I believe it's close to where George Romero lives. And right at the end as well, they do an excerpt from the 1940s, mentioned about how comic books don't affect children, and that they're actually positive towards children. It doesn't encourage violence. I think it's really cool that they put that in. That was from the 1940s. At that time as well, people believed that comics had a good effect, like a positive effect on kids. So I thought that was really cool that they put that in as well. Anyway, that wraps up this review. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this one, and any other comments for any other horror anthologies that you've seen that you'd like me to review. I'm always looking out for some ones to watch, so really appreciate it. But any other comments, let me know. I'd be happy to hear from you, and hope to see you soon in another video.